everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk all about bows, specifically these crochet bows that I have been posting on my Instagram and Facebook, and I've gotten such great response from them after having Victoria wear a couple. So that got me interested in making so many more different types of bows and using different kinds of yarn. And let me tell you, I found that as we all know, not every yarn is made the same. So for that, I actually went ahead and created the pattern for each kind of yarn that you will be using. If perhaps you'll be using, you can refer to this and get the same size I have. I'm also going to be talking about what I use, the clips I got on Hobby Lobby. So Hobby Lobby is really where I really went the first time. It's actually been my go-to store. It has everything you need, but Amazon is also an ideal place. But the size of these are, for the hair clips, usually I've been using more of the 2.25 inch flat alligator clips from Hobby Lobby, and these are my favorite. You can also find discounts all the time, every other week, or go to their website and they have their accessories on sale. Now it just so happened that they also had the ribbon on sale. It was 50% off when I went, so that's a great deal, and I went ahead and purchased a couple of these ribbons, which are all glittered. Now this is just a preference thing, but these are definitely my favorite. It's by the Ribbon Boutique brand, and I have several colors. So you can see it's $1.99, and this row would probably make a lot of bows. This is a gray blue one. I got a gold, which is my favorite for the velvet one. Which is also my favorite, is the rose gold. This one was the first one I purchased. Beautiful color. And this one I haven't used yet, is a silver. And this one, which I figured would be great for the fall weather, is a dark orange. And they have a lot of different colors. And this one is, now the important thing about these, if you're going to make these bows, is the size of the ribbon. You do not want to purchase, which I did, the thicker ones. I thought I was going to make thicker bows, and I got it just to make sure, to rule it out. I even tried cutting it in the middle, didn't really quite work, so I just went ahead and purchased more of these. And these are the 3/8 inch, you can see it right there. These are the ones that you want to get, and it doesn't really take very much of it. Now for my nylon headbands, now I've never purchased nylon headbands before, so I don't really have anything to compare them to, but I noticed that not a lot of stores, craft stores, sell them in store. So I had to go on Amazon and purchase these. These are 100 premium soft and stretchy nylon headbands by the brand Shrub, and these are amazing. These fit from newborns to children, to like about 4 or 5 years old, or even adults. I think I even tried it on myself, and it fits me perfectly. It doesn't hurt, super stretchy. They first come out super small. They look like this, like if it's not going to fit anybody, but it really does. So stretchy, so soft, and very comfortable. My daughter doesn't take it off, so it's not uncomfortable, which I love. And so these are the hair clips, that the alligator clips that I actually showed you before, the 2.25 inch alligator clips. This is how they look, and by far these are the ones I've used the most. So if anything, I would purchase these, unless you're making really small bows. Then I will suggest purchasing the 1 3/4 inch. But other than that, if you're making like these 3.5 inch for pigtails that look more like this, same color, I would buy the 2.25 inch alligator clips. And I have actually loved using my 3.5 e-hook, my crochet hook. This has been my best friend. It works with all the worsted yarn. Can never say that right, but it has worked for all of them, except there is one exception where you will use a size H hook, and that is for the velvet yarn. Now there's many varieties of velvet yarn. This is the only one that I had available to me. So this right here is from Hobby Lobby, and this is in the color Blush. And you can see this is a bulky yarn. So it is a lot thicker. So I believe Michaels has a baby velvet yarn, which is beautiful. And I believe with that one, you could also get away using the 3.5 or the H hook. But what I wanted to emphasize in this video is that no matter how you make your bows, I believe they're going to turn out great. I do suggest, if you're going to try any other yarn that maybe I have not mentioned here, you go ahead and write it down so you remember the amount of chains and rows that you make for each particular piece of yarn, because most of these are all different and they're different for a reason, for size. And so yeah, I wanted to emphasize that if you're going to make your own, I really highly suggest you write it down, keep it somewhere safe, and refer back to it if you want to recreate that same size bow. My favorite yarn to work with is the Hobby Lobby yarn. I was actually surprised. I thought I was gonna like the Karen Simply Soft. This is Karen Simply Soft, but I feel like it's a little too stiff for my liking for bows. But I mean, it's beautiful still. I think in this case, I would add a few more rows to make it more scrunched look, and maybe try it again. But that definitely looks a lot different than these. So, I mean, Karen Simply is not off the table yet. Might try some more, but so far, I think I might have to add a few more rows to that. And we have Lion Brand, which I really liked. These, because they were more rustic looking, I didn't want to add the glitter. I think it would have taken away from the simplicity of it, and it just looks really pretty. And this is the color Mustard. This one is Terracotta, and this one is just their cream color. They always have this in stock. Now, let's talk about the velvet one. These are my favorite. I don't know if you guys, I don't know which, tell me down below which one you guys prefer. I really like it with the gold. I felt like once I put this gold ribbon in the center, it just transformed this velvet yarn into, it was just a match made in heaven, because it just felt right once I put it on there. And there is the rose gold also. I do want to say that if you're a little on the fence about buying these little ribbons because of the glitter, I don't feel like I haven't had any great issue of like too much fallout from the glitter. So that's a good sign. These are great ribbons that I haven't checked anywhere else yet, but so far Hobby Lobby has been super, super great. Now, if you are going to make these and make a lot of them, I did end up putting them in a Ziploc bag to keep them sanitized, or you know, just away from hairs and anything in the air. We don't have a dog or anything, but just like dust and stuff. So I kept them in a Ziploc bag, and I separated the big, like my clip bows. Those are not clips, like my clip bows that I'm going to use with the alligator clips. And I have a separate bag where I would keep the ones I'm going to use for my headbands. So there's another tip that you can use, so you don't have them just a bunch together. I put them in separate Ziploc bags. Now, this is how they look when you first take them out. So I made two, actually, because these are going to be pigtail ones. So I made two of the same. And these two are made with, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby in the color Rosy Cheeks, which is such a beautiful blush color. And I'm still on the fence of putting the gold one, which is super pretty for, I don't know, it's just super pretty. I might have to do one of each, but also this rose gold goes really well with it. I'm still not sure. Let's see. Or this blue one, I feel like that's too much. Don't really need much of this. So I'm just going to measure around like this, and let me take these out of the way so they're not very distracting. I feel like this is going to be more of like a vlog slash tutorial. Okay, and so I'm just gonna cut a little bit over about half an inch, a little bit overlapping. You do want it to overlap. I mean, you might have to cut later a little bit more, but I'd rather have a good amount of wrapping there. So this is just to measure your ribbon. So there you go. Once you feel like this is how you want it to look, then I just set it aside, and since I do have two of them, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this. I'll just show you one so I can show you the headband one. And that's it. So this is all you use for at least these bigger ribbons. Now, what I didn't show you, so this is what I do when I have time to just crochet the bows, and I just put them in the bag so I have a good stash of them. So before you start wrapping them, this is how they're going to look. So this is your bow when you're done. And like I said, I will have a pattern for every single material kind of yarn that I used down below and on my blog. But this right here, I just center it in the middle. And then the first wrap, I try and get it as tight as possible. And I don't want it to be too scrunched. Like, I don't want this part to kind of fold over. So just be careful when you do that. And then you start wrapping gently because that first one was so tight. And the reason is you still have a little give in the back where you can slide your alligator clip through. So you wrap it just a little bit. I feel like 5 or 6, just a few to where you feel it a little secure. That will give you the center. And I just go ahead and tie this with in the back. And of course you want to, this is going to be hidden from with the yarn, with the ribbon. So I still take this off like this. And you will need your handy dandy glue gun. Like I said, can you see that I am overlapping it quite a bit? So I'm gonna use my glue gun, and I am gonna put a little bit over that wrap. Put this one in the center first, and if it's a little too hot, I do use my scissors or crochet hook in the center to press that down. So you don't burn your fingers, always be careful. And then I will overlap this, and as you can see, this one does seem to go onto the other side, which I don't really like, so I'm going to end up cutting that piece off. So I'm just going to put glue just one row below, up to that last row. There you go. And then I'm going to gently put it, but I am tugging a little bit. So this is a little tight. You don't want any for it to bunch up over here. And that's it. So you just go ahead and cut the excess ribbon. And there you go, that's your bow. And let me go ahead and grab the larger size. And just put it on there. And there you go. That is your bow. How easy was that? That was so fun. And that's how I use it with my alligator clips. Now, for using it with the nylon and putting it on the nylon headband, what I do with this, now I'm going to use this thicker one because I don't believe I have any smaller ones made. I feel like I actually do. I have one little small one. So let's go ahead and make this. So you do want to not wrap it before you put it on the nylon headband. You want to take your headband, and what's worked for me is centering that nylon. Do you see this little opening? I like to put that facing up, so this is the wrong side because I'm going to wrap this around, and I want to make sure it's not this way because that'll be the front, if that makes any sense. And then I just wrap it. Go. There is, this one by itself even looks really pretty, very simple, but you know, I love simple, so this one's actually very pretty, especially for a newborn. Very pretty. And I mean, you can use the gold if you wanted to. The gold actually looks really pretty here. Let's go ahead and add the gold. You could even add a dot of hot glue right here if you feel like you need that extra. That little extra help to keep it secure. But what I do, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on there. Be careful. I don't know how many times I've burned myself with the glue gun. It's been many. And the good thing about this glitter, it's not gonna hurt the kid's head. So it's not like those thicker glitters. This is a very thin ribbon, which I love. And there it is. So you can tie it as tight as you want on here in the middle. You can make it as many, the more rows that you make, the scrunchier it'll get. That's what I've learned. And there you go. These are tags I bought from Hobby Lobby, but they make little great displays. And you can even move it just a little bit. I love these. So there you have it. There's the clips that we made. These clips with the ribbon and the little headbands. And I think we are done. Those are all of the ones that I really wanted to show you guys how to make this. I'm glad I was able to do this today for you. And don't forget to try it with some velvet yarn. I feel like the velvet yarn bows is the cutest thing. These I made it with some gold, and they're actually a little bit faster because they are a little chunkier. So if you want to go ahead and make some, and you have some velvet bows from some velvet yarn from scrunchies you've been making, if you have or haven't already, yeah, that would be great. These are so cute, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful and it inspires you to create your very own custom bows for you or your little loved ones. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!